Okay, this next one is about your final exam. Your final exam is not yet posted up there. I have it in my hand. I'm not going to put anything up there for you to, so you're going to have to take notes. Okay, it's approximately, I think, 58 questions in 5 minutes. Well, maybe they are numbered. They are numbered. 50 questions. But they could vary slightly. Okay, they are not all worth the same amount of points. Okay. I have a question about an if statement. Know how if statements work. 1 second. I'm just getting paper. You just bring up a notepad and type real quick.
You got technology.
I write that.
Oh.
Really?
Wow, I type 10 times
30
fast as I can write.
But I abbreviate better.
I'm paralyzed in one hand and I type faster than I write.
You know, I have an issue using the shift key on the right hand side. I never use it.
Yeah.
And I found out what, you know, the Microsoft Surface doesn't even have a right hand key, right control or anything like that. It doesn't.
Microsoft Surface?
Yeah, Microsoft Surface doesn't. Because I am trying to use the right hand one because I have a partial, whatever you call it, numb finger.
Take that left-handers.
So I try, yeah, there is no control key over there. Okay, so question on if statements. Then I ask you to write a piece of Python code, a single line of Python code for a for loop. Then I give you some code and I want to know the result. It's pertaining to a list. Specifically how to access different elements in a list.
So wait, you went from if statements and then
To for loop.
The loops. Okay, so we're gonna do an if statement. You're gonna have us write an if statement and then also.
No, you just got to find, that's a multiple choice. The other one's multiple choice.
Okay.
Okay, for loop, fill in the blank. Write a single line for loop answer. The next one's fill in the blank as well. You got to tell me how to access a specific element in a list. Okay. Next one, how to insert something into a list. Multiple choice. Okay, those are all one pointers, by the way, I think.
Okay, so
No,
if
not
that's
all
a
one
multiple choice on inserting into a list, there's multiple ways to do that. So there's
Yeah,
going to be one, because on the last test,
There was actually multiple correct answers.
so on this one, that's not going to be an issue.
It's always an issue.
Okay.
It's always an issue. You
As long
know,
as we
there's
know.
no way I could ever possibly get every one.
No, I wasn't.
But that on the insert one specifically, I have multiple correct answers to be safe.
No, I was just saying just to be aware.
Yeah, I know. Not yet. Okay. I give you some pseudocode about a mathematical expression. You need to convert it to Python code.
Fill in the blank.
Yes. Then I have another one. It's a multiple select question where you have to return the value from a list. I can give you all the answers here. I give you another list. I want to print something from the list. In other words, how to access a specific element. In other words, I give you a command and what will print.
I fill in the blank or multiple choice.
Multiple choice. Next one's a multiple choice as well. I'll give you a list, and I want to know what would print specific value. Give you another list. It's actually the same list been used over and over and over, in case you're wondering. I want to know, I give you, this is a multiple choice. Actually, it's multiple select, which means there's more than one answer. And I want to know which one of these statements is correct based upon the question. It's having to do with a list. Happy with me so far? Okay, I give you a list. I want to add something to the list.
Again, it's the same as the other.
This
ad.
is the new list.
Multiple choice.
Write a line of script that will store something in the list.
So fill in the blank.
Yes, fill in the blank. Thanks. Next one, I give you a line of code. In this case, it's a string. I need to convert the string to a list. Anyone have a clue what might do that? If the string had like numbers, comma, number, comma, number, comma.
You could join.
Could join, split, yeah. So you're on the right track. Yeah. Okay. What is the very first line of code required when working with Turtle? There you go. You got it. That was tough. Then I actually have some Turtle code. I want to know what it does. It's going to draw something. You can tell me what it draws.
Can you restate that one?
I give you some Turtle code. I want to know what it draws. So can you read the Turtle code?
So you have to know basically what the equals are going to be.
Oh, right. I mean, what forward does, what left does, what right does, all that kind of stuff.
Oh, so you kind of just have to draw it out in your head.
Or just run it at night?
Yeah, as long as you got enough time.
Which we want.
Choose it.
Hey, I want multiple choice, how to read from a file. Which is the correct one? If anything ends, and this is an example, none of them are correct, so I need to fix that.
You lose.
Setting us up for failure
Isn't that nice?
already, are you?
Nobody got a 100.
I'm actually going through the test question by question to verify all the answers, and I haven't done it. Okay, I'll get it. All right, now that your file's been opened, I give you some loops, and you got to tell me which is the right one to read from.
So multiple choice.
Could you say that one more time, please?
Assume you opened a file, and I have a loop written to go through the file. In other words, go through the entire file. You got to pick the right one.
To write to it,
No, to process. In other words, to go through it.
to read it.
Yeah.
Which loop is the right one to read?
Yeah, you open the file. Really, we're not reading. We opened it. We're going to go through the contents. I would say reading
So when we study, we should just study about opening, reading,
and writing.
writing, closing.
I mean, if you write this last program,
Yeah.
that opens, that reads, that writes. I mean, it's
Got it.
you get all three of them.
Pretty good.
It even
Oh my
loops
God.
through the file, so you should be fine.
Very good. Very good.
And the good thing is the program's due before you take the final. So I mean,
Either you
as
do
long
it
as
or
you
you
do the
don't.
program, you should be okay on a lot of these.
Should be.
Okay, how to make a comment in Python. Amazing, some of you got that wrong last time.
No, that was
But
the.
this is not for a double, triple
Yeah,
line comment.
Yeah, that was weird. I got confused.
It's right though, but it's so easy to check. I mean, you
I
literally
like-
bring up Python, like, oh, I
I
didn't know
had
that
the
worked.
right answer, and then I wait, there's two answers. I can't do. Can't both be right to the same answer.
Can you use our old scripts on this test? Old scripts, you don't need them, no. You don't need your scripts on this.
That's a lawyer's dodge.
So the reason I'm saying
I'm
is
just
you
messing
guys,
with you.
if I tell you, you guys can be spending so much time writing scripts or trying to open or run them that you won't even have to test them. And, I find it's like when you get an open book test,
Spend so much time on
you don't study because you got the book. Then, I'll just look it up in the book, but then you don't have time to look up in the book and you don't even have to test. For the closed book test, normally people look like, okay, you're going to take these questions, you're going to look up each topic and understand it. But if it's an open book, I'll figure it out. I'll check. No, you want to time. Okay. All right, I'll give you a number. And I have a print statement using format specifiers. Remember that? So it's multiple choice. You got to pick one's correct for what I want output.
So it's basically which one is formatted correctly based on the code.
I give you a number, and what I want it to output, you got to tell me which print statement will do that.
Oh, so it's the statement, not the output?
It's the statement. I give you the output.
Okay.
All right, I want to create a dictionary.
Gotta get some sets.
Yep, you need to show me how to create a dictionary. Multiple choice, by the way. Given the line of script using dictionary value D, which of the following statements is true? Okay, that's the exact question. I just didn't give you the dictionary.
So repeat that.
Given the line of script using a dictionary, a value variable D, in other words, the dictionary is called D, what are the following is true?
So given the line of the script with, what's it?
With the dictionary variable D,
Of dictionary,
variable D, D is the variable name, which of the following is true? And you have to read the question. In other words, know how to access elements of the dictionary, how they work. Know what a key is, what a value is. If you know what that stuff is, you'll be fine. Okay. I have another dictionary question where I have 4 different for loops. I want to know which for loop will do what the question asks. So it's a dictionary using a for loop.
Multiple choice.
Yep, it's going through a dictionary doing something with it. And the next question is about 2 arrays.
can you tell us what the loop is asking us to do? Or will that get?
Just go through it. Let's go through the dictionary.
No, but I mean what you want outputted or what you want accomplished.
Oh, well, I'm telling you what I want printed out.
Okay.
Yeah, I want these values printed out. Which statement here will print those values? I got some code with 2 arrays in it. You need to tell me what happens when this runs and what's the output.
Multiple choice or fill in the blank?
Let's fill in the blank.
They call them lists here, though, don't they? Not arrays.
These are arrays. Well, same thing. Yeah, you're right. Same thing.
Yeah, I was thinking about that.
Yeah, arrays, list, same thing. Can I give you some code here with some functions defined? And when we run this thing, it's going to do something. I want to know what it does. Multiple choice. So you just got to pick the right answer.
What is function?
And I got some more code. Again, 3 functions. When this one runs, I want to know what the result is as well.
Multiple choice.
And I give you a flow chart.
Oh.
And when it runs, if this is converted into Python, what's the output? Know how to read a flow chart as well. Okay. Write me a single line of code that defines a function with no parameters. And I'll give you the particulars.
You just said write a single function. No
A single line of code to define a function with no parameters. And if you read like the 3 questions before that, there's actually plenty of examples of that.
Oh, the best.
Okay, then I say, write 1 line of Python code that defines a function with 1 parameter that meets these requirements. And I want you to write me another line of code that will create a variable that holds a list. In other words, how do you make a list? Then I want one line of code for a for loop that would loop through this variable. I'm through this list, this list.
So you want to loop through the list that we just created in the previous.
Well, no, I give you, that says the list is called Y.
Gotcha.
You just go through list Y.
Okay.
Then I give you a class definition and ask you a question about it. And I must ask you guys this 10 times so you know the answer. Trust me, you do.
It's a multiple choice or from the
Multiple choice. Okay. Give another class definition. Then I ask you to create, it's multiple choice basically. Pick the line of code that would do something I'm telling you to do, pertaining to a class. I give you another class, and I want a line of code that would create a new instance of that class.
Is that fill in the blank?
Multiple choice. Most of these are multiple choice. Not all, but most.
Repeat that for me. Sorry, class and ask for.
I give you a class. I want a single line of code that will create an instance of that class.
Okay.
I give you another class, and I give you the requirements of a function. Then it's multiple choice, and I give you 5 different functions. You're going to tell me which one is correct.
When you say function, are you talking about functions within the class?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. Can I give you another class? And you're going to create a private instance variable. And this is not right either. What did we have to do to create a private instance variable?
Double underscore.
Yeah, this says, according to the book,
Single underscore.
according to the book, it's a single underscore, but that's incorrect. So just go with single. If I do not get around to changing it, just select the one with the single underscore. Because remember, the book kept showing single all the time. I don't know if it's an older version of Python, but we know now it requires a double underscore. We did cover that like 10 times.
I don't think that book teaches classes very well. It uses it in a way that, like, you've never used classes in the real
Yeah, it's
world.
kind of, and you know, what's funny was this program here, I was going to have you guys write it as a class, but I'm like, why? It's not
Yeah.
a correct use of one.
Yeah.
We didn't do it. And we were going to make you do a recursive program.
Oh, thank you for doing that. I just knew you were gonna do that. So I was
Oh,
sitting
don't worry,
here
Roy
ready.
and Jairus both wrote one that wanted me to sign to you all.
Of
Why
course.
Why don't you
No.
do that as extra credit?
Maybe.
Yeah.
But the problem is they didn't write the requirements, so I would have to go and write the requirements.
Because Summer studied for it, so she should get
Yeah,
credit.
she was ready for that. But hey, if it is extra credit, maybe I'll do it. But we'll see. But it's not required, put it that way. You don't have to do it. Okay, I give you another class. You're going to add a method. I give you the requirements of the method. And it's multiple choice of which one of these is done correctly. You can add a method to a class.
So it asks for the correct version of the method for that.
Right, I give you 4 different methods. Only one of them is written correctly.
Okay.
The other 3 are not there. Now, I ask you another question about a class and about some method called underscore underscore int underscore underscore. I'm sorry, init. What is that?
Initiator,
It's the constructor.
constructor.
Yeah, constructor. There you go.
So say that one more time,
There's a method called underscore underscore
You give
init
us a
underscore
class.
underscore.
and then you,
No, I don't give you a class. I just ask you, there's a method. What is this method?
oh, okay.
Yeah, just like you said, it's constructor. Or initiator, like Josh said. And I have a question about constructors. And normally, if you read the next question, it kind of gives a hint of what the prior question was about.
Those are the best questions.
Unless I make it so you can't go backwards.
Is this gonna be a paper test or online?
Online. I just printed out because that way I don't have to look at it on the computer. Then I have another question, true or false about a constructor. Then another question, true or false about a constructor. Another question, true or false about a constructor. Three of those.
Just kind of.
Now I have a multiple choice question.
About a constructor.
Yeah.
About different data types or different data structures.
Like different primitives.
No, like dictionary, set, or list.
Okay.
Which one of those is the correct word for this list, this question? And it is so blatantly obvious. If you get it wrong,
Main name
then you got it wrong. That's all I can say. Uh-oh. You got matching, which is most likely not going to work correctly. Because they never work correctly. I don't know what the deal is with matching.
Well, you can get one right if you set them all to the same answer.
Yeah. See, there's an option in it where I can put distractors. But those cause a big issue. It's like,
Yeah, that's what we need is distractors.
all right, so I have a declaration statement for things, put it that way. You're supposed to match, tell me what kind of things they are. Like, are they strings or lists or dictionaries or whatever? You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
So different declaration statements, you got to match what type of data structure they are. I want to know how to create an empty dictionary. That's a multiple choice.
Isn't that just two squiggles?
Squiggles.
Curly braces.
That's a set.
That's a set. Yeah, it's a set.
See? Trick answer.
Oh, okay. I want to add or modify an element in the dictionary. I'll give you some code. You got to tell me which one's the correct one.
Is that a dictionary?
Dictionary. So know how to create a dictionary, how to add from a dictionary, how to access from a dictionary. You got like 10 questions done.
Wow.
So dictionary, classes.
Wow. I mean, let me fix something right. I thought a dictionary.
All right.
So we should study dictionary sets.
Lists.
That's
Bunch of lists.
Study everything.
Just
Study every chapter.
basically chapter 6 through 9. That's what it is.
I need to figure out how to start a program.
All right. I'll read you parts of this question, but not to the point where you can type it all in.
Hello world.
You got a dictionary named data. You want to retrieve some data from it,
Yeah.
but something will cause an exception if it does not exist. I give you some code. The code shows you, or the book shows you how to access something as well. It's basically, how can I give you, without giving you the answer? Just know how to access something in the dictionary.
So you're going to give us some code and then you're going to ask us what's missing?
I'm going to give you some code, and I'm going to ask you what's another way to write that code.
Okay.
But it's multiple choice. So what's the equivalent code? And I got another multiple choice. And I got 4 different examples of ways to traverse a dictionary. Which one's correct?
What does that mean again? Traversing?
It means go through, like,
Iterate through.
iterated through it. Yeah.
So
Walk.
I got to fill in the blank, very basic, about dictionaries. Oh, I can tell. I can't tell you much more than that. I'll give it away. I technically just gave it away.
Does it have a cat created?
It's really,
real
really
basic
basic
is what a dictionary is.
Where the braces
I never
are.
said dictionary. Okay, I give you some code. You got to tell me if what I'm asking for is either a key or a value. So I give you a dictionary. Then I ask you, what is this? Is this a key or is this a value?
It's a multiple choice.
No, it's fill in.
Oh.
We're nearing the end, guys and girls. Give you another dictionary. Same thing. I ask, is this a key or is this a value? But type in key or value. So it's fill in, but your choices are key or value. So technically, they could be a multiple choice, which I might convert this.
Literally. Yeah. Okay.
Now we got a question that is worth 1/10 of the exam score.
Oh, is it writing my name?
Write a Python class definition that meets the following requirements. Right there. Okay. So know how to write a class definition.
Know how to write.
You couldn't be so kind as to tell us a couple of the requirements? Just make it, or is it just make it work?
The name is Muddy.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
That's hard.
So know how to write a class.
Yeah, it's not difficult at all. It's nothing special. Know how to initialize a couple of variables, you know how to create the constructor. But,
Class.
I mean, it's literally other questions gives you the answers to this. Nearly word for word. Another 10-point question. I'm going to read this one time. Don't ask me to repeat it. In the space below, write some code. Ask the user how many numbers to write to a file. Ask the user for the file name. Open the file. Write to the file, writing the specified numbers using a loop. Close the file. And the numbers to write are the ones I asked you how many to write.
Wow.
Okay, pretty basic. Here's the last one. By the way, that was a 10-pointer.
Yeah.
Here's the last 10-pointer. So even if you skip these last 3, you can still get a 7.
Fail.
When you get these,
Don't leave them blank. So many people leave them blank. Okay, that's a 0. You realize that blank is 0. Last one. Write a function named double me that takes a parameter and returns 2 times that number.
You're speaking really quickly.
Yeah.
You do realize I'm recording this as well.
Oh, I didn't know that. Sorry.
I'm just saying, I am recording it, aren't I? Yes, I am.
Okay.
Yes, I am recording this. And you have one other little thing to do to it, but nothing all that.
So what was it? Sorry, I interrupted.
Write a function called double me. That's a 10-point. That is your test.
Wow.
You notice there's no recursion questions on there.
Thank you.
Yet I might make you take this test over and over. No, I'm just kidding.
That's how you get a 100.
There you go.
There's the questions, let's go back to answer one and retake the test. Gotta keep
All right,
it
any
going.
questions about the test?
Gotta reiterate the test.
You've got 2 hours for the test, or however long finals is. I think it's 2
Hour,
hours,
50
isn't it?
minutes or something like that.
It's longer than normal class period.
Are Are we in here?
The test is on, whatever day it said the test was on.
What's our last day of class?
Either Monday or Wednesday.
still have no idea.
I'll send you all an email.
Okay.
And I'll post it on.
I still have class Wednesday.
Wednesday, here's what we're doing Wednesday. I will be here. And I will help answer questions if you have any. But if you come in and you hadn't written that program at all, I ain't gonna write it for you.
No. Well,
So you
are
have,
doing
hey,
it.
this won't work. I can't figure this out, but I know I've been working on it. I'll help.
Unless you've already wrote an entire section. of the
Yeah, I
program
mean,
for
not
us,
much
so-
left,
I
right?
wrote the title.
So
You gotta
this isn't
just
gonna
read
be
through.
this is gonna be like a 20-line program, right? Nothing more than that. Maybe if that.
Yeah, if that.
Okay.
Not that long. I gave you the majority of
I
it.
wanna
There's
take
one
pictures.
little section in the middle
That's
that's
fine,
nothing.
that's fine.
With comments, all that.
How's,
Actually,